Hello everyone, friends. The third part is about 1998 right now, and today in the review, Aliens in the Sky. Football World Cup, tribute to the memory of the Emperor of Russia. Winter Olympic Games of '98. Eurovision with a scandalous winner. The musical of the century and magnificent theatrical productions. Unusual records, and much more. Friends, your support very important to us. Put likes, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to write a comment. Let's start with a fantastic event. On March 27, 1998, the farmer of Indiana, Edward Smith, came out of the house to see why his dog Jessie was barking so hard and froze. Something incomprehensible and unimaginable hung in the evening sky over the cornfield. Ufologist of the USA will write this day into the history of UFO studies, as the simultaneous appearance of several groups of unidentified flying objects in the Indiana sky. Numerous witnesses who saw these incomprehensible celestial bodies described them something like this. Round-shaped balls hung high in the sky, a large and long glowing oval was located next to them, and spirals with twinkling dots hung on the sides. Some claim that these are optical illusions, others that these are atmospheric phenomena, but many scientists are sure that there is something that people, due to lack of knowledge, cannot yet explain. And the recently declassified archives of the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency confirm this. How else to explain the fact that the presence of objects in the sky was confirmed by special equipment? Radars, infrared waves, a target detection system. Maybe we will soon discover the secret of extraterrestrial civilizations, but so far glowing plates and balls do not let us learn anything new about them. As they say, the truth is out there. The Eurovision music contest also puzzled with a difficult question: who won, the man or the woman? Let's tell you more. England, Birmingham. The 43rd Eurovision Popular Music Contest. In the final, the Israeli singer, Dana International wins with the song, Diva. A song about great women of the past, women from history, myths and legends. The melody and the singer with an unusual appearance sink into the soul of the viewers, and they confidently vote for the song and the performer. Israel rejoices and celebrates the victory, but at the same time a scandal breaks out in the country. A gender-based scandal. For the first time in history, the winner of the contest was a man who officially changed his gender. The public was divided, heated arguments and protests began, but for the show jumping itself, this hype was only good. The showmen were genuinely happy and did not hide it at all. The result is on the face. The song is gaining popularity, the single is broadcast in rotation in a variety of countries, and the unfolding scandal around the performer only increases the degree of commercial attractiveness of the project, named Dana International. Let's proceed with the musical theme. Art lovers from all over the world are delighted with the production of the new musical Notre de Paris, based on the novel by Victor Hugo, Notre Dame Cathedral. The premiere took place in Paris on September 16, 1998. The colossal success of the spectacular production around the world. The heroes of the musical, the hunchback Quasimodo and the beautiful Esmeralda flaunt on huge posters. There is an indescribable excitement at the box office. The music, the actors, the scenery are great. Without a doubt, one thing can be said: 1998 gave the world one of the most beautiful musicals in the world in their entire history. Now let's talk about historical records. On May 7, 1998, a world record was set on the shores of foggy Albion. World culinary record. The English like to eat delicious food. And who doesn't, you ask, and you will be right. The most purposeful and patient cooks gathered in Meldon in early May and prepared a dish weighing more than 2,500 tons. The British remained true to themselves, nothing beyond the original, only a time-tested curry, but the largest and heaviest in the world, 2,653 kilograms. It has been noticed that people generally like to set a variety of records, especially in the field of cooking, which just wasn't. The largest pizza the size of a small lake, and a kilometer-long apple strudel, and a huge bun, by weight, like a dump truck. Another world record in 1998 was set right in the sky. 246 parachutists set a world record, forming one big living circle in the Illinois sky. This is certainly not a huge pizza or the biggest curry dish, but how beautiful it is. To sports events. On February 7, 1998, the 18th Winter Olympic Games were inaugurated in Japan. The capital of the Olympics was the city of Nogano, which attracted the attention of the whole world during these important sports days. The Olympics in Nogano were remembered, first of all, for the debut of new sports, snowboarding, curling and women's hockey, as well as new Kevlar sports equipment. It is impossible not to mention the innovative, at that time, Dutch development, a new design of a skate with a detached heel, which allowed skaters to set new records. The participation of NHL stars was remembered in the Olympic hockey tournament, and, of course, the records of the great descendant of the Vikings, the Norwegian skier Bjorn Daly, who won 3 Olympic gold medals and 1 silver. Our Olympians also fought for victories, which showed the whole world their indomitable character and athletic skills. The real hero of the country was the Russian skier Larissa Lazatina, who, like the titled Norwegian skier Bjorn Daly, won 3 highest Olympic awards. In addition to skiers, figure skaters brought victories to Russia, for example Oksana Kazakova and Artur Dmitriev, and Galina Kukleva in the biathlon sprint. The organizers of the Games surprised with a bright opening ceremony and a truly grandiose fireworks display. 5,000 high-altitude charges flew into the sky. It was an unforgettable sight. The Winter Olympics in Nagano set many different records, but as the audience and participants noted, the Japanese managed to create the most important thing, a very kind and warm atmosphere. Another important sporting event of the year is the Football World Cup in France. Football fans from all over the world were looking forward to the start of the tournament, and it met their expectations. Football battles at French stadiums attracted hundreds of thousands of fans, and at least half of the world's population watched TV. The hosts of the championship, the French national team became the world champion, vividly beating the Brazilians in the final, with a score of 3-0. The 1998 World Cup was remembered for the sensational performance of the Croatian national team, which made its debut in the tournament, became the bronze medalist, as well as the introduction of the golden goal rule into the regulations, and the stellar performance of the future head coach of Real Madrid Zinedine Zidane. For Russian fans, the World Cup was remembered for the absence of our team, which could not qualify for the championship. Let's take a break for a few minutes from the events in the world of sports to recall no less vivid events: Moscow. There are 2 main performances of the season in the theater season of the capital at once, and both based on the plays of William Shakespeare, Hamlet. 2 performances, 1 play each in the theaters next door, and both are directed by brilliant contemporary directors Robert Sturua and Peter Stein. There has never been such a thing in the national theatrical history. In the Satyricon, staged by Sturua, starring Konstantin Raykin, in the theater of the Russian army, Yevgeny Mironov. The press enthusiastically writes about 2 premieres at once. Theater goers ask themselves the question, to be or not to be, and hurriedly buy tickets to both theaters. Other theatrical events of this year can be found in the reviews by following the links in the description, but one thing is clear: the 1998 theater season in Moscow was extraordinary, rich in vivid emotions and unforgettable impressions, and the audience regretted only one thing: that it ended so quickly. Friends, if you also face a choice, subscribe or not subscribe to our channel, then the answer is obvious. Of course, subscribe, like and write comments. This will help us to make more and more high-quality releases, and delight you with exciting events of the past. Let's return to sports achievements. Formula -1. The World Ring Racing Championship. Cars racing at crazy speeds along winding tracks, a competition of budgets, teams, mechanics, cars, technologies and racers. On November 1, 1998, a new champion, Finnish racer Mika Häkkinen, rose to the winning podium of Formula -1. He will dominate the highways for 2 years, and then his grandiose confrontation with another legend of the tournament, the German racer Michael Schumacher, will continue, but this is a completely different story. In the meantime, Mika is happy. He went to the title hard and hard. After 7 years of hard training and struggle, serious overloads, constant work on mistakes, recovery from a severe injury sustained at the Australian Grand Prix in 1995, victory finally came, so deserved and long awaited. September 28, 1998. The capital of Kalmykia, Elista, is hosting the 33rd World Chess Olympiad. For this purpose, a whole chess city and an impressive chess palace in the form of a yurt were built in the steppe. The guests and participants of the Olympiad, grandmasters from 129 countries of the world, were impressed by such splendor. Ostap Bender described a somewhat similar fantastic chess capital to local chess lovers from Vasyakov, in the immortal creation of ILF and Petrov, 12 chairs. This sometimes happens when a creative literary fiction comes to life. From the world news of 1998, it is also impossible not to celebrate the anniversary of the world's oldest news agency, the Associated Press. 150 years on the market of fresh and up-to-date news. This is already a huge achievement, and there is something to be surprised about. Hot news is a product that sells well. Founded in May 1846 in New York, the agency has grown into a global media company, and it still successfully trades fast and fresh news from around the world. Important events in Russia. On July 1, 1998, by decree of the president of the country Boris Yeltsin, the Order of St. Andrew I called was restored. The earliest Russian state award, established by Peter the Great, has found a new life. The first knight of the order was the historian, philologist, outstanding culturologist Dmitry Likhachov. He received this order with the wording, "for outstanding contribution to the development of national culture." Since 1998 and to this day, this order has been awarded for exceptional services to Russia. This year, another historical event took place in the country. The burial ceremony of the remains of the royal family of the last emperor of Russia Nicholas II took place in the Peter and Paul Cathedral of St. Petersburg. Scientists confirmed the authenticity of the remains 6 years ago. In 1992, numerous examinations of the world's best laboratories were also unanimous in their opinion. These are the remains of the royal family. The funeral ceremony was attended by the first president of Russia Boris Yeltsin. The burial was broadcast on television throughout the country. Russia has finally turned the page of oblivion and oblivion associated with the Romanov family name and turned to its historical heritage. Now let's summarize the results and talk about future releases. For these 3 issues about 1998, we remembered a huge number of incredible events, but it's time to move on, so the next part of the 1998 final will be about this year, and devoted to computer games, which was released just this year an unimaginable number, and many of them have become recognized hits. Friends, your support is very important for us. Write comments, put like and subscribe to the channel. You can also support us on Patreon and Boosty. This will help us make more and more high-quality content. In the description you will find links to other reviews, as well as our social networks. See you soon, friends.